This is not just a diplomatic decision, this could redraw fault lines across the Middle East, raise the temperature between global powers, and push an already tense region closer to the edge. Because when a powerful military force is officially branded as a terror organization, it's not paperwork, it is escalation. Let's talk about the move that shocked entire Iran. The European Union has taken a dramatic step. It has designated Iran's Revolutionary Guard Corps, the IRGC, a terrorist entity. Pause and let's understand what that means. The IRGC is not any militia. It is one of the very powerful pillar of Iran's security structure. It influences military strategy, missile development, regional operations, internal security. Labeling such a force as terror link is not just symbolic. It criminalizes support, freezes assets, expands the sanction, and isolates the network globally. Well, in diplomatic language, this is a hard strike. In the meantime, Iran also responded immediately and fiery. Tehran did not hold back. Leaders called the decision a major strategic mistake. And the accusation that followed it was even more sharper. Iran claims that Europe is not acting independently but bending to the pressure from Washington and Tel Aviv. In other words, Iran sees this not as a European decision but as part of a larger geopolitical alignment. And timing, that is everything here. Look at the backdrop. The Middle East is already simmering, warships are moving, alliances are tightening, warnings are multiplying. The US has been strengthening its military posture in the region, sending additional naval power and signaling readiness. At the very same time, concerns over Iran's nuclear ambitions continue to shadow global diplomacy here. So when Europe makes a move this strong, it does not happen in isolation. It lands inside a charged atmosphere, like a spark near dry grass, right? In the meantime, European leaders, they have faced mounting pressure after Iran's harsh crackdown on protest in recent years. Images of unrest, reports of forced international outrage, all contributed to calls for tougher action. So for many in Europe, the argument becomes very simple. If a force is accused of suppressing civilians and destabilizing region, should it be treated like a normal military body? Well, the designation answers the question decisively. But here's where the risk begins. Decision like this rarely ends with statement. It triggers reaction, and reactions are spiraling. Iran is already warning that such steps are fanning the flame. Think about the metaphor here. Flame suggests something already burning, right? Meaning tensions were never really cool. Now the fear is escalation through retaliation. Not necessarily immediate military action though, but strategic pushback is possible, which could take many forms: reduced cooperation, harder negotiating position, increased regional assessment here. And in geopolitics, pressure often reduces counter pressure. But you know why the IRGC is so central of this story? Because to grasp the gravity, you need to understand the IRGC's reach. It is not just a domestic force. It is deeply connected to Iran's border security doctrine, including the partnership and proxy dynamics across the region. So when Europe targets the IRGC, Iran interprets it as targeting a core part of a state itself. Now that transformed the issue from policy disagreement into a question of national dignity. And nations rarely stay silent when dignity feels challenged.